Pay careful attention, my dear. Breathe deeply because what I'm going to say is exclusively for your heart. Take a minute to let the sounds of everything else disappear. I'm present now more than the oxygen you breathe. My presence is all around you. I have seen the weight behind your smile and your unspoken struggles. I've sensed the strain in your heart, the part that wants to believe, but gets tired of waiting. You've had times when you wondered whether I was really listening and felt as like you were clinging to something that couldn't be seen. Yes, I was. Every murder, every tear, every unsaid wish throughout it all. I watched, waited, guided, and sent assistance, even when you weren't aware that it was me. You have been requesting clarification. You've been curious as to why certain doors close and others open so slowly. However, protection was often what you call a delay. Things that were nice, but would have shattered you too quickly, have been withheld by me. I have delayed some of your successes to get you ready, not to punish you, because the strength I'm instilling in you must be sufficient to support the weight of the impending gift. If the construction is supposed to endure, the foundation cannot be brittle. I've let certain things go in order to create place for the genuine. My kid, I care a great deal about who you are becoming, en route to your destination, not just where you are going. I am molding your endurance, honing your bravery and broadening your empathy. Every setback has helped you grow as a person. Your sensitivity to my voice has grown. With each lonely minute, you have been establishing roots, not wasting time, and I can assure you that those roots will soon yield fruit that you will not be able to take away. My power is bigger than the worrying that threatens to choke your tranquility. Even now I use my truth to quiet the fear that tells you that you are not enough. You are selected by divine purpose, not by chance or popularity. Before anybody ever spoke your name, I put my spirit inside of you. Therefore, heaven is definite about you, even if you don't think you're worth it. Your life's allotted angels never abandon you. They are busy yet invisible as they stroll by your side. When the path becomes dark, they protect your feet, and when your thoughts start to wander, they murmur reminders of what I promised. My hand and my angels saved you each time you managed to avoid anything that might have killed you. You still don't fully comprehend some of the horrors you endured. Some storms ceased before you were crushed, even if they didn't make sense. It was an intervention, not a coincidence. You believed that. Your strength was the reason you survived, but I can assure you that you were born by grace. God's kindness was all around you. Heaven heard your heart as you screamed out of fatigue, unable to even form the words. The heavens moved for you, even though you couldn't see it. I understand that you may question if you're really headed in the proper direction. You doubt your progress, since the evidence seems to be weak. However, what other people can see is not necessarily a good indicator of growth. Progress is the determination to continue. When the road ahead seems unclear, when everything seems unclear, progress is the optimism that whispers, "I'm not done yet, and I'm rewriting the speed of your travel right now." The seasons that seemed to be stagnating weren't squandered. They were the quiet but essential cocoon seasons. You are changing from the inside out, and soon everyone will be able to see it. I give you the little affirmations that push you forward when you ask for them. However, I also want you to have faith without continual evidence, because trust is born in the unseen, not by sight, even if the miracle isn't immediately apparent. I want you to think that I'm doing something. The doors of your past will not be like the ones you are about to enter. You won't find this chance where you anticipated it to. It will emerge from my divine orchestration, unexpectedly and naturally. You've been learning to relinquish control, so you will be able to identify my signature. When I move, my child, walk boldly in faith and love. With your super thanksgiving $2, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the super thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace now, and listen to this message further. Attempting to handle things on your own, you have carried responsibilities for much longer than you need to have. However, I call you to cooperation rather than fatigue. My weight is light and my yoke is easy. That only means I bear the burden alongside you. Not that life is easy. So let me in when you're feeling anxious. Whisper my name as the grip of terror begins to tighten. When that happens, I'm not far away. I'm closer than ever. I have sent angels to protect your friendships and future relationships, and they are all around you. It was never intended for some of the individuals who left your life to remain. It's done, I know. I understand how it feels to be rejected. Redirecting was what you referred to as loss. Those who would have tainted your destiny were eliminated by me. I cut those ties to consecrate you for the future, not to isolate you. The friendships I bring into your life going forward will be truth-based, well-balanced, and pure. Your tranquility won't be drained by them. Your calling will be nurtured by them. Some of you who are listening to this may sense that time is running out. You believe your mission has been lost due to the delay. However, I must remind you that I am in charge of time. In a matter of seconds, what seems to be years of loss may be recovered. I am able to condense what seems unattainable into a single exquisite moment. My time is usually ideal, but it's not yours. What I have in store for you cannot be taken, postponed against your choice, or concealed indefinitely. I have your future in my hands, so it is still intact. Allow this fact to become ingrained in your spirit. I don't make errors with my kids. You are being rewritten into redemption in every chapter of your life. including the terrible ones. What previously made you feel ashamed will end up becoming the witness that frees others. What used to make you question your value will now be the source of your strength. The magic is in who you are becoming, as the result of it all, not just in the result. I can see how you've been persevering, even when it seems like you're losing strength. On certain days, you wake up and question how you're going to survive, yet you still get out of bed. You believe that perseverance is unnoticed, but every act of faith is documented in heaven. You are planting seeds of heavenly favor. Each time you choose love over resentment, forgiveness over retaliation, and patience over irritation, these seeds are not going to remain buried in every aspect of your life. They will blossom into benefits. I am aware of the worries you have at night, the what-ifs, the uncertainties, and the concern over whether your work is worthwhile. They do, my kid. You are ending the cycle of fear that formerly ruled you each time you decide to trust me in spite of the uncertainty. You open doors that no human could ever open. Each time you give up your goals and say, Lord, have your way. And I can tell you right now that fresh doors will soon open. Divine contacts will occur, unexpected discussions, well-timed invites, and seemingly unanticipated new chances. However, they are not arbitrary. They are the outcome of your prayers when no one else was around, your obedience and your persistence. The angels who protected you throughout your suffering are now clearing the path for your success. You believe that miracles only occurred under exceptional circumstances. But believe me, miracles occur while you're moving. I connect with you as you move. I activate as you say faith. The mood changes as you go forward a single step. You will soon be able to see the miracle clearly, even if you won't always feel it as it forms. And when it comes, you'll see that it wasn't an abrupt event. Rather, it was the result of your perseverance and my preparation. In reality, everything you believed to be breaking apart was coming together. The prayers you believed were unanswered were being held in reserve for eventual release. And that release is almost here. Don't allow fear cause you to question my actions. Faith reveals the possibilities, while fear magnifies the challenges. Faith reminds you that I've already prepared you, but fear tells you that you're not ready. I am the same person who used a single word to quiet the storm, and I continue to speak peace over your current situation. Allow that tranquility to infiltrate the mental recesses where worrying has attempted to conceal itself. Allow it to sweep over you like a gentle but relentless wave. Peace comes easily when you know that I am in charge, so you don't need to push it. This is the confirmation you've been waiting for. You're starting a new chapter in your life. What was once perplexing will become clear. Your blessing will grow as a result of your tears. Old cycles won't be repeated. The purpose of the locked doors was to safeguard your commitment. not to determine your fate. I'm teaching you to follow your beliefs, rather than what seems simple, because it is the only way to fortify your vision. The route I take you down may seem challenging at times. I don't squander suffering. I never let a hurt remain unaccompanied by a blessing or lesson. When you look back, you'll see that even your detours were necessary. People who will see your brightness and not exploit it are going to enter your life. You'll meet people who make you feel better, not make you sad. When you are at a loss for words, your friends will pray for you. There will be balance during the next season of connection. It is your healing, not your suffering, that will draw you in. As I set you up for success, I also remind you that success in my kingdom is not the same as success in the outside world. Peace, purpose, and presence are the keys to true success. It's happiness that doesn't need applause. It is a kind of freedom that is not dependent on ownership. You will benefit from the advancement I'm guiding you toward, and others will benefit as well. For when I raise up one of my children, it's not only for their good, it's also to make my glory known throughout their life. Let go of your fear of what will happen. My kid, it's not necessary to know every aspect. Simply continue to walk in obedience. Have a pure heart, don't lose sight of me. I'll take care of what's out of your grasp. While you do, I'll double what you're holding. When you least expect it, I will provide assistance, the people, opportunity, and resources that will come together at the proper time are already being aligned by your angels. You won't need to follow through on my pledge. It will find you when I want it to. A few of you have been fretting about money, your next move, and the stability of your future. Peace, I say to you. I've been there before you. It is my vow to fulfill provision. It is not your responsibility to bear if others don't comprehend your path. Don't let it depress you. What I show you isn't intended for everyone to see, because they are unable to see the spiritual blueprint I have implanted in your heart. Some people will doubt your path. Carry yourself with quiet assurance. Allow me to validate you. Heaven's cheers will always be louder than human approbation. And I see you, everyone who feels left out. You believe that your generosity, your love, and your efforts are disguised. However, I am documenting each little act of faith. I reward fidelity that is invisible, as well as actions that are evident. When the time comes, the labor you perform in private will exclaim my glory. In public, attempting to fix everything on your own has worn you out. However, I would want to remind you that you were never called to save yourself. You were chosen to follow me. You are not the Redeemer I am. It is not your concern. I am the provider. Allow me to relieve you of your burden. You will regain your strength if you rest in me. The world will urge you to work more and establish your value via achievement. However, I advise you to align and slow down, because things will just happen. When you move in my time, you won't have to work for it. Miracles need faith, not tension. I am currently mending the parts of your heart that you believed would never get better. I'm reviving delight, rebuilding confidence, and healing trust. The weight you've been carrying wasn't intended to remain. Therefore, you will soon feel lighter. What formerly drained, you will no longer be able to reach your calm as you enter a period of release. My youngster, be mindful of your ideas. The mind serves as a portal. Take good care of it. When someone tells you that you're behind and that your opportunity has passed, don't believe them. You're on time. Heaven hasn't forgotten about you. I'm getting you ready for something that demands maturity, and maturity takes time. Don't be afraid of what is ahead. I am even familiar with the unknown. You are marching toward destiny rather than into the dark. Additionally, even though you can't see every stage, I've already planned the conclusion. I won't take you somewhere I can't support you. Diamonds are born under pressure, so keep that in mind when it gets overwhelming. Your current level of stress is a sign of change rather than failure. You are being shaped into something strong and brilliant. After this season, you'll be even more radiant. If you really believe this type, I trust you, Lord. Since your declarations of faith create the conditions for miracles, let me now share some progress with you. My dear, the invisible is where real development starts. Every act of surrender advances you, even if you don't realize it. Every day you make room for delight. Each time you provide forgiveness, you take a burden off your shoulders. Each time you worship, heaven celebrates. Each time you choose calm over fear, you are being stretched, not trapped. The upcoming friendships won't reopen previous hurts. Your vitality will not be depleted by the connections that are developing. They will enhance your vocation. I am sending you people who will walk by you, not against you, who will rejoice in your development, not be envious. These are not transient relationships. They are divine alignments. Stop worrying about missing your mission too. I've already written your fate, so you can't miss it. My design is even served by your diversions. I can utilize every error, every regret, and every door that has been closed to get you closer to where I always wanted you to be. I am the God who saves shattered hopes and lost years. Miracles are coming. They are not far away. Some will arrive in silence. Others will show up out of the blue, appending everything that seemed unthinkable. Only God could have done this. That will be your tale when you look back. I'm sending a wave of rejuvenation through your soul and intellect. I'm providing clarification where there has been misunderstanding. Courage is being poured where fear has been. I am breathing movement where there has been stasis. Signs will start to appear to you, such as doors you didn't even knock on, opening wide new opportunities and divine encounters. These aren't random occurrences. They are affirmations. The setting is already being prepared by the angels. You have divine assistance that you aren't even aware of yet. They are ministering spirits tasked with protecting you, strengthening your determination, and whispering words of encouragement when the outside world seems too loud. In this you are never alone. Even as you read this, something is changing. A change from anxiety to calm, from doubt to faith, from exhaustion to heavenly vitality. I'm changing who you are in this season, not simply getting you through it. Keep this in mind. I never start anything I don't plan to finish. I will not leave the wonderful work I began in you incomplete. All of the promises remain valid. Every prayer is still important even now. Every crime matters. If you still feel that my plan is alive in your life, type "I receive this promise." Raise your gaze once again, my darling, even if it seems like a lengthy night. Daylight is approaching. What you have gone through is not in vain. Soon the suffering you've endured will become the strength you need to aid in the recovery of others. Your love will be magnified in return, and when the moment is perfect, the doors that seem locked will spring open. Remain near me, hold on to your hope. Don't close your heart to my direction, because something spectacular is about to begin. Right here, take a deep breath, my little child, and listen with the stillness of your soul rather than your physical hearing. Nearer than your own heartbeat, I am here. I have seen you struggle with too heavy thoughts and fears that persistently haunt you like unwanted ghosts. Even if the silence after midnight reveals every unsaid pain, you have made an effort to seem strong and grin through the chaos. But even when you felt invisible, I was there, not as a far-off savior watching from above, but as the air in your lungs and the serenity behind your shaking hands. Even though you weren't always able to feel my presence, the fact that you survived was evidence of my closeness. I have been by your side every step of the way. I am aware of the pressure you have been under, from others, the outside world, and even yourself. Even though you prayed for peace, you still felt anxiousness pressing down on your chest. Your hushed prayers started off strong, but when a skepticism became louder. Listen to me now, though. The storm you are facing is not a penalty. It's a paragraph. You won't drown in it either. Instead of being broken, you are being molded. Your soul was learning to recognize my voice in the midst of turmoil, and every stressful season was a quiet school. I see your dreams are ones you keep to yourself, out of fear of being let down. I am aware of the profound yearning that your heart conceals. From ordinary talk, the hidden desire you made while no one was looking. You question if you've missed your chance, or whether you've lost out on chances because you were engaged in invisible conflicts. However, I assure you that nothing I have planned for you can be taken or postponed past my time. Time itself is redeemed by me. What appears forgotten I can bring back to life. My wisdom, not your failure, will be revealed through the reopening of the doors that closed too soon. You've attempted to use comparison to gauge success, but the world's standard differs from heaven's. Speed is praised by the world, but I prefer depth. Strength is admired by the world, but I transform weakness into elegance. You believe that you have been lagging behind, but in reality you are catching up because their path is different from yours. Others appear to be ahead of you because of the special nature of your objective. Your method is unique. The rate of your development is intentional, so don't be angry about it. Every setback served as divine instruction, and every detour served as heavenly defense. Even if it doesn't feel like it, you are still on time. Keep this in mind as waves of worrying rise. I have surrounded you with angels. They are real, sent by my order to protect you, to remove invisible threats, and to fortify your steps. When fatigue threatens to bring you down, they are neither myths nor symbols. The atmosphere around you is changing. Even as you read these words, where my name is exalted, fear cannot remain your companion. Angels are working ahead to set up heavenly appointments and possibilities that you will soon enter. Calmly rather than fearfully, you questioned if I was quiet when you begged me for miracles. However, the reality is that a lot of miracles start off covertly and develop gradually before becoming apparent. The blessing I have in store for you is a long-term change rather than a band-aid solution. Not only am I fulfilling your petition, but I am also increasing your ability to accept. I'm teaching you to become under duress, to have faith in me not just for what I can do, but also for who I am to you. You've questioned your connections and friendships, and I've seen the loneliness that may strike. Even in social situations, your heart has been misinterpreted by others. Others have left, leaving a quiet that was more powerful than their words. I am, however, the friend who never leaves. I remained after they departed. I moved closer as they turned away. Additionally, I am bringing new relationships into your life. Connections that are perfectly linked and will enhance rather than deplete you. People who will honor your advancement rather than try to outdo you. When you lose sight of your own value, companions will remind you of your mission. Something is changing in your story. You will eventually be driven by what previously depleted you. Where you were trapped will turn into a root. When I give supply, insight, and timing all at once, the dreams that seemed too huge will suddenly make sense. You will advance by surrendering, not by struggling. You will realize that development is about strolling in rhythm and elegance, not about sprinting faster. After you give up fighting fear and allow me to guide you, productivity does not determine your value. My darling, because you are precious, I called you. selected before you ever accomplished anything. I called you cherished before the world ever gave you a name. Nothing, not your history nor your errors, not your waiting season, can change that fact. My love is covenantal, not conditional. Even when your emotions change, it stays constant when conditions change. It remains stable, remain hopeful without fear. Hope is prophetic, not naive. You accept heaven's plan for your life. When you hope, angels react. When you speak life over your future, express your beliefs rather than your fears. Proclaim my promises out loud, and see as calm starts to drive fear away. Your words have the ability to create the world I have created for you, and I am teaching you how to use them to do just that. There is heavenly potential in every day that lies ahead, because I am directing even your most little choices. You won't miss what is intended for you. Step confidently through doors when they open. Thank me when doors close, because I only shut things that might disturb your tranquility. My plan for you includes friendships that mend what previous ones damaged, tranquility that beyond comprehension, and pleasure that endures beyond suffering. If your heart feels that you are being refined and are not falling behind, type 1, receive. You are being positioned, you are not forgotten. You are entering the fullness of divine timing, not running out of time now. Inhale deeply once more. Release the stress you've been holding. Feel the peaceful light of my presence descend upon you even if the chaos around you persists. Calm is returning inside you. Not only am I the God who performs miracles, but I am also the one who keeps your spirit stable. Throughout every hour of waiting, you are journeying with your breakthrough, not toward it. Take comfort in this fact. It is already taking shape. Heaven has already granted it. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.